Good evening, everyone. I'm Craig.
And I'm Mel.
And you're with Lovin DisWorld. Tonight we are at Disney's Hollywood Studios for a dinner reservation at Mama Melrose. Mm-hmm. Now, you've never eaten at Mama Melrose.
Nope, never.
I've eaten at Mama Melrose, but it was probably when I was a little child, maybe around Connor's age. It's been a long time. And we've heard some mixed reviews on Mama Melrose, but we figured, why don't we go and see for ourselves and take you guys with? So we'll see you inside. So we just got seated here at Mama Melrose, and I will say I'm very impressed with this restaurant. I didn't really know what to expect. It had been so long, but I really like the Christmas lights that they have strung from the ceiling. It gives it a nice little look to it. Plus, I also like from our table, we can see the kitchen directly over through those windows. It looks really nice, gives something to look at. And it's a much larger restaurant than what I expected. So after we placed our order, we brought this bread with some olive oil. If only I could find Popeye. So just to recap everybody here at home, we had a little bit of an incident here at the restaurant. A woman in a scooter was going by and she accidentally hit our table, and the table kind of flipped and everything that was on the table went all over Melissa and Connor. Connor was not happy about the situation. He cried. Everybody in the restaurant looked at us while he was wearing my soda, his chocolate milk, and just about everything else that was on the table. But since then, you had a chance to try the bread.
I really like it. It's a little crunchy on the outside, really soft on the inside, and I like the dipping sauce. So I know some of the other Italian restaurants that we've gone to, the dipping sauce has been somewhat hot. Like if you've seen our Tony's review, they had pepper flakes in it, and this didn't have that. I thought it was really good.
So I got the chicken parm with the spaghetti. Looks really good. We'll see how this compares to Via Napoli and some of the other places where I get the chicken parm. But it looks really good. And Melissa got the strip steak with the 4 cheese. They said macaroni, but it kind of looks like a penne pasta. And it has a wine reduction on there. Looks really good as well.
So before I could get the phone to videotape Craig's reaction,
It was just okay for me.
he ate it all.
No, it was really good. Like, I'm very impressed. Much better than some of the other chicken parm I've had on property. It blows Via Napoli out of the water. It was really good. Better than Tony's. Better than Trattoria al Forno. One of the better ones I've had. Really good. Spaghetti was good. They had a good amount of sauce. I'm really satisfied. I would highly recommend the chicken parm here because, as you can see, it was pretty good.
Yeah. I think there's a piece there that you didn't eat.
Oh no, that's just some leftover cheese.
Oh yeah, you don't eat the cheese.
Well, I mean, I ate the cheese, but not by itself. But yes, very good.
Good.
All right, so Mel, you got the strip steak with the 4 cheese pasta, which is known as macaroni. So what do you think?
Overall, there's a lot of flavor going on in this plate. So the steak itself, although it had a lot of fat in it, I think that's usually expected. At least when we get New York strip at Disney, it's been kind of fatty. But overall, the flavor was really good. That wine reduction sauce had a lot of punch to it. I really like that. You tried that and you said you liked it
good.
as well.
Very good.
So that was really good. But my favorite was this mac and cheese, or pasta and cheese.
Or what's gone?
Yes. It was so good. If you are a cheese lover, you should try this. I wish I could just get this on a plate. That 4 cheese sauce was really good, and then it has pancetta in there, big chunks of it. I really liked it. And overall, I'm pretty satisfied with this plate. I was hoping for something that wasn't a red sauce meal. I thought they had a different pasta dish when I looked at the menu a few weeks ago, prepping for our trip. I'm really satisfied with this one, and I'm surprised. Haven't gotten steak at an Italian restaurant, but it was good. It was really flavorful, and the pasta itself was good, so I'm really happy with this one.
So for dessert, we got the traditional cannoli, which surprisingly, there's 2 cannolis on here. And I think this is actually a really good value at about $6. So yeah, cannot complain about the value of this at all. And it looks fantastic. So, like the chicken parm, you can tell that I didn't like the cannoli either. I will say it's a very good cannoli. My only drawback for me personally, and Mel and I were both discussing it, there it goes, is that I thought the citrus flavor was a little too strong. Now she said she thought it was really subtle, but I would have preferred it to be a little more subtle. Kind of really had a citrus aftertaste. What did you think of the cannoli?
I liked it. I think my preference if the breading itself would be a little bit crispier. You can tell it kind of sat a little bit, but it's still good. And I like the consistency of the cream. Sometimes when you get cannolis, you really like them. I typically don't eat them. Sometimes you get them and the cream inside is really grainy. Like you can kind of taste
it's a powder sugar as well.
Yeah, and I don't like that. This one, it's really thick. And I kind of like the consistency better in this one. So I don't think the citrus is really strong. I think it's subtle, but overall,
I think it's a good dessert. Really good value.
Good value for that.
Very good value. So yeah, it was just very eventful, but it was a good meal. I thought the food itself was really good. And I will give a shout out to the staff there at Mama Melrose. When that incident happened, they didn't have to go above and beyond, but they did. They gave us a voucher actually to go get Connor some other clothes. And that's really nice because they did not have to. Because accidents, it happens. It can happen to anybody at any time. So just thank you to Mama Melrose for the staff and the managers for doing that. But back to the food. We had the bread. The bread was really good. Mm-hmm. I had the chicken parm. You had the steak. The chicken parm was fantastic. You really enjoyed your steak?
Yeah, I mean, there were some fatty pieces on it, but I think that's typical when you get New York strip. At least that's been our experience here.
And we thought the value for the dessert was there with the cannoli. It was actually $7. I know when we were reviewing it, I said $6, but it was $7 for the 2 cannolis. And that's really a good value. And then, of course, Connor really liked his gelato ice cream. So overall, I thought it was a very successful meal and a place we would definitely go back to. I know it receives a lot of negative feedback, but I'm not seeing it. I thought it was a fun restaurant. Atmosphere was good, the food was good, and the drinks go flying. But anyway, we hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate that. As always, be on the lookout for new content, and join us next time. We'll show you why we are
Lovin' DisWorld.
Have a great evening, everyone.